Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by. Capsule to Cone, I'm Matt McQueen, and today we're going to take a look at a live recording that I just did for the band Robinson Park out of Knoxville, Tennessee. This was a pretty cool session and sort of unlike anything that I've gotten to do before in this studio because, first of all, it happened at 7 in the morning, which is a lot earlier than any of my sessions start, but everybody in this band is a working musician and they play together in Robinson Park, but they also play in other bands, and so they all had gigs on Saturday night, and so we needed to start early to get this done by the middle of the afternoon so that they could all get off to their gigs. We're going to look at the guitar solo from this song today. The band was set up in the live room, all facing one another. We had drums at the back and then bass and keys on the sides, and Curtis, the singer and guitar player, was set up in the middle, kind of facing everybody. And what we're going to look at is the second guitar solo in this song. We set up very differently from how I would normally set up to record electric guitars because we used two amplifiers and we recorded in stereo. We have a Dr. Z Easy G amplifier, and then we also used a Roland Jazz Chorus, and we mic'd both of the speakers of the Jazz Chorus, and those are panned hard left and hard right for the entire song, and the Dr. Z is straight up the middle. And what that gives us is, when Curtis is using his chorus effect, is it gives us a very stereo sounding guitar, but it also has elements where I was able to automate, where I wanted the guitar more in the center of all the keyboards. There's like probably 10 or 15 synth tracks in this song, plus the actual keyboard that Zach, the keyboard player, was playing. There's a lot of tracks going on here, and the guitar take was just one pass through the song. We did 4 takes of the song, the band played it to a click, and it feels really, really good from start to finish. And then we just went through and edited a couple of little spots. I mean, I can even show you if we want to take a look here in Pro Tools. There's a couple of guitar edits where he was doing some downstrokes, and I wanted them to be just a little bit tighter. Right there, just a couple. And then the bass guitar I edited to the kick drum. The drums we left live because Jason is a fantastic player, and he was really, really tight to the click, and we didn't want it to be like this super gridded, tight performance. We're going to look at the guitar solo at the end of the song because we did something special that I think really took the second guitar solo to the next level. We took the DI that we recorded, which I used just to make a few edits where I needed to throughout the song, and I ended up inserting a couple of plugins on the DI to give the second guitar solo a much more in-your-face, gritty kind of a sound than what we actually recorded. And it really helped to take the song kind of to the next level on the outro and give it this really epic ending. So what I'm going to do is we're going to look at this guitar solo, and I'm going to just mute the DI track first. And you can see we're not using the DI for any of the rest of the song, just at the very end of this guitar solo. And I'm going to play you the guitar solo as we recorded it. All right, that's enough of that. Let's go through and listen to the amps in solo. And I'm going to turn the automation off for this so we can just push it up a little bit. All right, here we go. So here is the Easy G Dr. Z amplifier with just an SM57 on the speaker cab, and we'll listen to it. Just some basic guitar processing there, a little bit of a high-pass filter, ducking out a little bit of 277, and we're hitting it with this distressor just very, very lightly. I'll show you some of that, some of the bigger notes. And it's not changing too much. Here's the sound before the plugin. Right, so we're just cleaning it up a little bit. All right, so let's go ahead and return that to its position. Put it back in read mode, and we'll listen to the jazz chorus. So here we go. Here's the jazz, and I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. You can hear that it's stereo. It's doing its chorus thing. So each of those sound just a little bit different. And then when we combine it with the Dr. Z, you get this. All right, so that's what we recorded. And I'm gonna stick this back in read mode. And let's look at the DI now. Yeah, sounds like a DI. First plugin is Waves GTR, and I am using this Buzz, which is a fuzz pedal, I suppose. And it sounds like this. Just very obnoxious and in your face. And then I'm adding quite a bit of reverb. This is what that sounds like. So there we go, Waves GTR, simple move, a lot of reverb, a lot of obnoxious fuzz. Then we're using the STL Tonality Howard Benson. This is amp 3, which sort of looks like a Plexi-ish or maybe JCM 800-ish kind of thing. It's definitely supposed to be some type of Marshall. And we've got the amp and the cab on. And here's what that sounds like. And then finally, to finish this off, I used one of my favorite plugins for guitar solos, Waves MV2. This plugin comes set like this when you pull it up. And I've done a couple of videos on this before. I love using this on guitar solos. You just push this low level up, and it's gonna push up the bottom of the sound, and then you pull this high level down, and it's going to compress it on the top, kind of hold it all together. And for guitar solos, it's just fantastic. Really holds them together. It brings up the tail of the solo. It really pushes that up into your face so that the guitar just stays right out front where you want it the whole time. So that's the sound. That's a tail. So that's the sound. And this is what it sounds like in the mix of those other guitars. So it's adding a more defined center. It's really bringing the guitar solo together, and it's plugins. It's 3 plugins. It sounds really, really cool. Here's what it sounds like in the mix of the song once again. And just by comparison, let's go to the first guitar solo where that is not, and let's listen to what that sounds like. much more easy listening and, I don't know, 80s acid jazz awesomeness. I don't know. I'm making that up. But last solo, sounds epic. Here it is once more. All right, so the next time you find yourself mixing a song with 2 guitar solos, try this on the second one. See you next time.